Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Democracy 4. I'm Carix, and of course if you're just catching this, we do have a playlist link down below that'll get you to episode 1 of the series where we are trying to create a conservative theocracy of America here. I'm playing as the President of the United States, pursuing conservative, patriotic, and religious policies, and trying to also shift over sort of the proportion of people in the country that align themselves with those ideologies, like building more religious sort of membership through faith school subsidies, which we actually need to increase this, and also just through our education system that is focused on teaching fundamentalist principles and so on and so forth. So we've just enacted quantitative easing, which is actually helping us get out of some sticky situations, and hopefully our GDP is going back up. So hopefully, if the deadly virus goes away, like where's our tourism metric? How can we see tourism? Tourism is just a 0 because of the deadly virus outbreak. Like, when does this end? When does this end? Because this thing is just destroying our economy. And if we had been running the simulation otherwise, I think we'd be making like 20-30 billion a year. Instead, we're losing 100 billion. Wait a second. What is it? What does our GDP debt ratio look like? Well, relative GDP is going up. The market global economy is going down. We're not quite into like a quote debt crisis right now. The GDP is going up higher than the debt's going up. So that's fine. We do still have the doctor strike. Ooh, doctor strike is actually going the wrong direction right now. What's driving this up? Labor laws. Labor laws. Wages. Kind of wondering, should we just get rid of labor laws? This would get doctor strike would go down. The work week would go up. Productivity would go up. Capitalists would like this. Trade unionists would not. Socialists would not. Membership in the trade unions, socialism would go down. Gig economy would go up, basically. We already have a gig economy issue. Wages would go down. I mean, this is obviously this not great, but maybe this actually serves our purposes here. But I think what we also want to do is we want to go down here. Okay, so if we did it like this, hospital overcrowding will go up. We'd be able to actually earn income rather than this would be a $50 billion switch for a lot of tiny little dials here. This would also... Oh, this doesn't have any effect on the doctor strike. Why doesn't this have any effect on the doctor strike? Hospital overcrowding is a problem right now that we have. Well, private health care will go up. Private health care will go up. And that will bring doctor strike down. I think we bring this down a touch. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I think we bring this down a touch at least. And what was that other thing we were looking at? Labor laws. Let's bring down labor laws a bit. We have 6 political capital left. I mean, we're not going to be able to help the economy. Like, even doing this is pointless because we know it's pretty popular with the voters, but we know this is pointless because of the virus outbreak. Oh, welfare fraud department. The conservatives love this. Make sure that we're hounding people and making sure that they're only getting their welfare. Making sure that not one person gets an extra penny more. than what they were supposed to get. So that's great. That also it costs us a little bit of money, but also makes the middle income happy. It lowers our compassion, but that's fine. Our base is going to like us more. The base that we're trying to build here. You know, something like bicycles is not really, it's not really one way or another, you know what I mean? But if we could reduce car usage, it's like that would be a good thing, because we have congestion issues on the road. So let's become a biking. Yeah, let's just bike everywhere. Let's be a biking conservative. I mean, biking is like more like primitive, right? Like we could go back to horses and carriages and bicycles, and we could just keep rolling back time like that a little bit, right? That could be good. We could think of it that way, just going back in time, using more primitive technologies. I'm trying to come up with a thematic reason why we would do things that obviously you'd want to do, like increasing biker usage is just a good thing, right? Health is actually going up. That's actually good to see. It'd be nice if this virus outbreak would go away, though. Diplomatic immunity. Foreign diplomat has fled the country after allegedly killing a citizen in a car crash. Holy cow. Everybody's upset about this. We don't even get to make a choice here, though. The Patriots, wow. Patriots like us enough that they'll be able to weather the storm. 80% of the country considers themselves to be patriots, though. Let's go. Let's go. And one of these episodes, we're going to have to figure out how we actually win the election, though. We're going to have to figure out how we actually win the election. The economy, I don't think this hurts us. It does increase car usage, which is a bummer, but these things here, not a big deal. Capitalists like it. I mean, this is fine. It is what it is, I think, on that. Business confidence. Oh. Look at that. Look at that business confidence number with the virus coming in, and then just, it's coming back up, though. It's coming back up. Making sure we're not missing out on those too much. 14 political capital. What can we do? What can we do? This is coming back down. Private healthcare goes up when GDP goes up. Wait, health tax credits. Oh. It's very expensive. Our deficit is much smaller than it was, but there will be less. Actually, wait. Why would the poor not? Well, the poor don't like this because, oh, I know it. Because the poor doesn't go. The poor doesn't even. The poor can't even afford to go and get healthcare services in general. So if we're giving people a tax credit for taking advantage of their private healthcare, which the poor might not even have private healthcare, might be in that range of people that can't afford private healthcare and doesn't get it free from the state. Of course, we've reduced state healthcare services, right? So this negatively affects the poor. The socialists are upset because this promotes non-universal public services, and it promotes the privatization of these services and stuff. But this is like something that we'll absolutely want to do. But it is expensive. But I think this actually fixes some of our issues. Some of our issues. Okay, obesity is about to go away. That's going to help us with health. Respiratory disease is not going away. Reforestation is putting that down, but we can't do anything. Once we've done reforestation, it is what it is. We could continue to try to get rid of telecommuting initiative. Not very popular with the voters. Bicycle subsidies is Public services. We need like a everybody likes keeping the place tidy. Everybody likes keeping the place tidy. Let's do a little bit of a campaign there just to make sure that we keep our cities clean. Health food subsidies would absolutely very popular amongst the voters. Very popular. Obesity is already going away on its own, though. I don't know if we need to do anything to do that. Does that boost health though? Because if it boosts health, then that might help the respiratory. Does just good health in general reduce respiratory disease? No. Because it kind of makes sense if people are really healthy, they might be more resistant to this stuff. I don't know. Anyways, no, it's not thinking like that. But improving health should reduce, man, that demand with that virus, that spike up right there. We're trying to bring it back down. We're almost lower than we were though, to be fair, for the healthcare demand. So things are doing okay here, but we're struggling through some different crises. 7 billion, but to reduce commuter membership and car usage could be really, really good. But this could be very expensive. I think that's very good, though. I think that's very good, so we'll do that. I'd like to do a tourism ad campaign. National Business Council. GDP goes up. Yep, perfect. We have one left. I think we just go on to the next day. So that was a very productive. Oh, toxic waste dump. Just dump it in the water. I'm sure everything will be fine. A proposal has been pushed forward to construct a major toxic waste dump in our country. This facility will be very large, potentially creating many jobs in its construction, but there are concerns about its effect on the environment. Nobody allow the dump. Nobody exactly wants toxic waste in their back garden, but if we would be fools to turn on the backs of the economic gains from setting up this facility, not to mention the potential jobs, guys, jobs. Besides, we could practice the dump. We could place the dump in the countryside where the jobs are needed and the risks are low. Absolutely. Absolutely. GDP goes up 2%, unemployment goes down 1%. Fantastic. Running a bigger deficit now. GDP is down. Why is GDP trending down? Is the global economy down? Global economy is still going down. We're going down at a lower pace, so that's like good for us, but what can we do? We've been enacting policies that should be giving us a bump. Economy-based things here. Antibiotics ban. Consumer rights. Nah, we don't need them. Allow people to get refunds and stuff. Helicopter money. Just give everybody helicopter money. Just give everybody money and give it to them now. Basically like a stimulus or a UBI or something like that. Well, I guess it's not a UBI because this is like we're printing it. So it's kind of like quantitative easing for the regular people. What do we have here? Organic farming subsidies. Is obesity going to go away? What the heck here, guys? It should be I guess it's going to wait till next thing to trigger that it's like below the line. This is going there. What can we do here? It's taking time. It's taking time for some of these things to kick in. I don't know what we could do for the doctor strike in the meantime. We could do buses and things. Many cities, the number of cars traveling in each day is simply unsustainable. Although a fairly blunt instrument, simply charging through number of plate recognition. Every vehicle that enters a city each day has proven to be an effective way to reduce congestion in extreme cases. So basically we just charge people for driving around. Interesting. New car subsidies, yeah. State rail company. The DEA. People would not be happy about this, but to be honest, I think our crime is already pretty low. Adult education subsidies. Who doesn't like that? Productivity goes up, education goes up. Who doesn't like this? Although it's kind of... Heck no. Climate change? That's a hoax. Alright. We don't need anything for that. Conservatism, or conserving our forests and things, we can get behind that. But the idea of changing climates and disaster that comes from that, forget that. Capitalists, we're not giving away free eye exams. Are you kidding me? Drug treatment scheme. That just boosts health. Cyberbullying awareness. Youth and the parents like this. Sorry guys, this is kind of a tricky one. How many points do we have? We have 15 points. That's done. But the subsidies for faith schools, we don't have the points to bring that up. I'm just trying to think. Respiratory disease, like environment. The environment. How do we help with that? Healthcare vouchers. Poverty would go down. Private healthcare would go up. Only 35% of the peeps in the country say they'd actually like something like that. Everybody likes public libraries, except for our people apparently don't want public libraries. We have 51% of the people that would be fine with an education and production boost from the adult education subsidies. Actually, a lot of people are good with this too. It's cheap, but it costs a lot of political capital. But the thing about this is we don't have an issue with liberals or racial tension necessarily right now. I think that's better to use tactically. Actually, the crazy thing is I think we actually have legalized marijuana. Holy cow, we have legalized marijuana over here? We got to get rid of that, but for now we could tax it. For now we could tax it. It's funny, I don't get it. We have all these capitalists in our society, and yet it's saying the estimated popularity with the voters is positive when we do things that the capitalists don't like. I don't even understand how these things are even mapped out half the time. It's going to make us a good amount of money there. Carbon capture and storage. Very expensive. Up to $50 billion we could spend on this. Reduces emissions in probably a significant amount. You know what? We need to invest in nuclear. We need to invest in nuclear. That would bring down CO2 emissions, bring down oil demand, and raise GDP and technology. Yep. That would be good. It's pretty cheap to boost up our... Everybody likes... I mean, recycling is just good sense, right? Right? Free parenting classes. Population would go up. That could be a good thing. Carpooling campaign is pretty cheap. It reduces car usage. I don't know if it reduces it much, but it's such an easy thing that we could do. The border wall, that would be kind of cool to build. $50 billion, presumably while it's going and while it's active. There's a lot of really exciting things here for our potential future theocracy. We could ban foreign church service, for crying out loud. I mean, how great would that be in this make-believe, completely not real, totally simulated society that we're working towards? But yeah, popularity should be going back up. Hopefully, as the economy, hopefully the GDP will tick back up. Hopefully this virus thing will go away. I thought it was a hoax, but it's still here. Obesity's gone. Fake news. Whoa, fake news? Education's trying to bring this down. Foreign relations is pushing this up. Wait a second. Fake news is a widespread... How did this go up so fast? We didn't even get a warning for this. Is a widespread distribution of opinion and rumor dressed up as fact. A tool of political extremists and also often used to generate revenue by unscrupulous online media sources which thrive on anger and confrontation. Fake news effectively monetizes political anger and discontent. This sounds like fake news to me. This fake news sounds like fake news. Also, it doesn't seem to have any effect. It has no effect. It's just, it exists. Fake news exists, it doesn't matter. Clean fuel subsidies? Heck no. Whistleblower Secrets. The Secret Service contractor has leaked several documents that shed light on the dark of the war on terror. Should we prosecute her and do everything we can to bring her to justice, or should we reform the Secret Service and stop making use of malpractices? No, we have to prosecute this. This is someone that has worked against national security over here. Obesity is gone. That's good. Health is going up. GDP is going up. Unemployment is going down. That's all good. It's all good. Although that GDP increase is kind of sad. Oh, pollution's almost gone. Reforestation is still kicking in here. That would be amazing. If we could get rid of the pollution, that would be really, really, really good. Why is population bringing down pollution? Population is bringing down pollution. The environment's going up. It's going up, guys. Keeping things tidy, but a number of things that are sort of kicking in here. Game restrictions. Game restrictions. It seemed like for a second we were making good progress on this, but unfortunately, our tobacco usage, I mean, we could try to reduce it. The tobacco tax is still kicking in. There's a few things still kicking in here. It's going down. It's still going down. We don't want it to go down completely because presumably we're making money off the fact that people are using tobacco. Popularity is going up, guys. Popularity is going up. We got a lot of things to look at here. Thanks everybody for watching another episode of this Democracy 4 playthrough. We will continue with this playthrough, and hopefully next time we really need to start looking into the polling and see, and it looks like we could win the election. We have a good base here that likes us, but we just need to make sure they turn out to vote for us. I don't know how the liberals are still okay with us, considering we've just been hammering them with the policy and stuff, but there you go, I guess. But thanks everybody for watching this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one as we continue to make the conservative theocracy of America.